Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this episode, we're going to paint a simple fall landscape. So let's get started. And I'm going to start with a size 1 flat brush. And if you want to paint along with me, you can find the link to the sketch in the description below. So I'm going to take some white on my brush and then add a little bit of this light blue. We're going to use that to paint in the sky. Okay, and when you're painting skies, the color blue goes a really long way, so you want to use a lot of white and just a little bit of blue. And I'm hoping the sketch for the clouds will show through. And usually the sky is darker around the edges and the top, and then it gets lighter as you go down towards the horizon. Okay, I'm going to spray the canvas, and that's going to help my paint flow a little bit easier. I'm going to take some white, try to blend this out. Okay, and then if you want to add a more blended effect, I have a blender brush. This is a makeup brush, and you can use that to just kind of sweep over the paint, and that gives a really nice blended look. Now I'm going to take this flat brush, I'm going to dry it off, and then add some of this purple. This is a nice kind of periwinkle color. I'm going to use that to put in the mountains. So that first layer of mountains in the background we'll do with this color. And this is a really large brush, but hopefully it'll give us kind of an easy way to put in these mountains. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of burnt umber and kind of mix up a darker color here. And then I'm going to put that in kind of as a shadow. Okay, now I'm going to take a blender brush. This is a dry brush. And I want to add some of the purple and a little bit of white. And then I'm just going to try to dry brush around these mountains. I'm just trying to create kind of a misty fog look. Okay, and now for the next layer, I'm going to take this 1-inch brush, and this is kind of like a stiff paintbrush. And let's add a little bit of this purple, some of this vermilion red, and some of the burnt umber. Then I'm going to put that color in. So I want kind of some texture here. And then I'm going to take more burnt umber, place that in. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some of this green and mix that with a little bit of the burnt umber. Might take a little bit of the red and add that in. And then the lighter green in the foreground. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and add some clouds. So I'm going to use this dry brush and we'll take some white and then kind of take off the excess paint on a paper towel. And I'm trying to see my sketch. Just going to dry brush in some clouds, going in a circular motion. Next, I'm going to take the dry brush and add a little bit of this purple with the burnt umber. See if I can create a bit of a shadow and dry brush that into some of the clouds. I'll add a little bit more white. Okay, so now I'm going to take the dry brush and try to add some foliage here. So I'm going to take some of the red with the burnt umber. Let's see if I can get kind of some texture. kind of stippling. And I'm going to take some of this yellow deep and mix it in with the red. Try to get an orange color. Now I'm going to take my flat brush and add another layer to the mountains. And then add a little bit of burnt umber. Create a shadow. Okay, I'm going to switch back to this blender brush or the dry brushing brush and add a little bit more detail back over the leaves. I'm going to take a little bit of white and see if we can make it a highlight. Maybe a little bit of yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to switch back to the paintbrush. I'm going to take some of this green, put another layer of that, and maybe add a little bit of yellow to that green. This gives a really nice texture. Okay, so it's almost looking like kind of a grass texture that's kind of coming out from the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to take another dry brush. I have a size 0. And let's add a little bit of white, a little bit of purple. Let's see if we can add some highlights to these mountains. I'm just dry brushing, just a little bit of texture. Kind of where the light would be hitting the distance. Then I'm going to take some burnt umber. I'm going to add just a little bit of a shadow, darker color here. Kind of dry brushing that in. It's giving a more value change and just making them stand out a little bit more. Okay, and then I see some white spots over here kind of showing through. So I'm just going to cover those up so those don't attract attention. Any white spots will kind of attract the viewer's eye, which can be a distraction. Let's see another white spot right here. And that's one of the advantages of doing an underpainting. You don't have to worry about those white spots kind of poking through and toning your canvas. Okay, now I'm gonna let's take the blender brush again. I'm gonna rinse it off pretty good. And then I wanna take some white paint. And I just wanna kind of smooth out this line here. Just gonna do some dry brushing, create the appearance of fog in the background between the sky and the mountains. Okay, and I think we will call this complete. So this is just a fast little fall landscape that you can paint with acrylic paints. Please like and subscribe, follow along for more painting tutorials, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.